Hello, welcome to my Adobe InDesign Table of Contents tutorial. For this tutorial, I've picked The Theory of Pure Design by Denman W. Ross from copyright 1907. I'm going to recreate this table of contents in Adobe InDesign. So let's jump over to InDesign and get it started. I have the project open here. I've converted the book into each chapter into a separate Adobe InDesign document surrounded by a front matter and a back matter InDesign documents as well. The table of contents is going to go into the front matter. So let's open that up. So here we have our front matter, the front page, the preface, and I am going to insert a table of contents right over here. But before I do that, I'm going to create a table of contents style so that if I make small adjustments over time, I can make it to the style and it will automatically update in the table of contents that I've already created. So let's go to the trouble of making a table of contents style. We open up the layout menu, open up table of contents styles, and choose a new one. I'm going to call it contents because in all caps, because this book loves being in all caps. The title is going to be contents and the style is going to be a ToC title so that it isn't a heading 1, which it looks very much like a heading 1, but it just won't get picked up when I include it in the table of contents. The entry style for that table of contents won't be a heading 1. It will be a ToC H1 that I've already set up before. Now it's going to set up a page number after the entry, and we aren't going to get any fancy with styles at this point. We can always come back later and change that if we wanted to. So now we've got it done, including all of the heading 1s from all of the books, and they'll just go on in here. So here we go. We've got our table of contents. Now I'm going to load up my cursor into the document, and I'm going back to layout, and then I'm going to fill up the table of contents with the style that I chose. Alrighty, loading it in there. So there we have our styles. Now they need a little bit better look than we got over here in the original book, but we have something to go on. So now I'm going to go to the ToC H1 style and update it. Let's see. First of all, I think that the typeface is a little bit too large, so I'm going to knock it down to 10. And it looks like it's a small caps all the way through, so that should help everything. Good. All right, we're getting there. And of course, now it looks like I need to go back and change some of the headings from all of these documents. But let's do that last. I can do that after I've finished getting this done. I notice this one wraps study of order in nature and works of art. Okay, so it's only got a little bit of a lead there. But let's fix that lead, okay, on all of them. I'm probably going to fix it so that the study of order is going to wrap, but let's worry about that later. First of all, I'm going back into the ToC H1 style, and I'm going to work with the tabs now. So I'm going to add a right justified tab at the end of the paragraph, at the end of the margin. Let's see what happens at 3. Yeah, it's more like 6, isn't it? bring it way out to 5. Oh, too far, 4.5. There we are. That's where we want to be. Now we also want a leader on it. You'll notice in the original book it has these little dots. Those are that we call a leader, and we're going to add our own little dot leader. And then when I tab out, oops, I put a 0. That looks so awful. There's my dots. And we can even make maybe a dot and a space to see if that makes it look a little better. Now we notice that the study of order is a little messed up. So before I can go any further, I have to go back and open up and refix these headings just a little extra time. So now I'm back in my table of contents again, so I can select it even with a general select tool rather than just the text tool. Go to the layout, update table of contents. Now once it's updated, we've still got study of order. Which one was that? Study of order. Type, change case. Save and close. Update table of contents. There we go. Oh, paragraph index isn't done. Oh, because that was in the back matter and I forgot it. Okay. Change case, title case, save and close. All right, update table of contents. And it's all updated, all well and good. Oh, prefaces also. All right, one last time before we move on. There we go. Everything's hunky-dory. Now it does look the same as the other book, but I want to elaborate a little bit because I noticed going through the document that there are some levels of headings. So let's add some levels of headings. We'll go back into our styles, our table of contents style, and edit it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a heading 2 and add it. And our heading 2 entry style is going to be a ToC H2. And then a heading 3, we'll add that, and then a ToC H3. So now this is good. Now I've made all of these styles based on the ToC H1, so it should look very similar, and it should create new pages. So let's give it a shot and see how it runs. Update the table of contents. And there it is. Of course, all of those other ones. Oh, why is it saying content preface? Oh, I can fix that too. Okay. So now let's see if we can work from here without having to go in and save and close like we did a gazillion times there. With our level 2 header, let's do this. First of all, we're going to let's change the case to lowercase, just so we can keep track of it. No, let's make it a title case. Normal, no, because it's going to pick up. So yeah, let's just force it all lowercase for now, just until we go back and fix it by saving and closing all the other documents. All right, now we'll also bump it down to 9 points, and we'll indent it a little bit on the left, just so we can see that it's the parent, and then we'll give it less space before. Good. So now we have a level 2 headings looking good. And let's make level 3 headings. Indents and spacings. Wait, now this will be Roman italic. That's what we want. You're right, level 3. And then we want to indent them just a little bit further. Remove spacing altogether with the level 3 headings. And that should just about do it. Notice how it is a lot cleaner. And as I said, now that we have it, we can go back again and change things as we update the document, as these headings change pages, etc., etc. We can continue to make changes to our table of contents. So that is my table of contents tutorial. I hope it was helpful. Throw a thumbs up if it was. Subscribe to my channel for notifications whenever I put out new Adobe tutorials like this. Thanks for your eyes today. Have a great day. Bye.